Hey, Drama Llamas. So, you know how we say that we're going to teach you mostly Shakespeare, but also other classical playwrights and genres? Today, I'm taking a daring turn and switching genres. I'm sharing with you an art form I haven't done in a long time, which is Baroque opera. You saw a photo of me in an opera in the first Get Ready With Me stage makeup episode. That was not a Baroque one, but still, it was fun. As you can hear by my voice, possibly, I might not do it awesomely because I am a little tired today, and you might ask why I didn't wait until I had a perfect voice to record this. And the answer is because inspiration struck and art happens. And if I don't post this, I don't post this. But if I do, I hope somebody likes it. So this was an opera that premiered in 1727, coming up on its 300th anniversary, by Antonio Vivaldi. Yes, the Four Seasons guy wrote a ton of opera in his life. It's how he made most of his money, other than teaching orphan girls how to play orchestral instruments. And he wrote this opera, and the character and song I'm about to sing for his muse, Anna Jerome, who was 17 years old at the time. I'm 20 years older than her, but I still super resonate with this character and would play her in a heartbeat if I could. I'm gonna have to yap a little bit longer for this one. Give you a little bit more backstory than for our other episodes, because a lot fewer of you are gonna have heard of this than of Shakespeare. Baroque opera was 1600 to 1750. Basically, Mozart bridged the gap into the classical with a capital C world. Basically, these Renaissance guys were trying to imitate the works of the ancient Greeks, their choral plays. They fell really short of the mark, but they invented something else that was pretty cool. They had a lot of rules, just like Shakespeare did. If you haven't watched our iambic pentameter video, go back and do that. And the reason I'm wearing headphones, by the way, is because I have to listen to a recording inside my head to get the key and instrumentation. I tried to find a backing track, no avail. And I'm not a good piano player. And the sheet music I have for this is in the wrong key. I mean, if you know anything about Baroque music, like, wrong is a fluid concept, but it's not in the key I want to sing in. So there were lots of rules, as I said. And one of the rules was that arias had to be structured with an A section and a little A1 section, which means the same words repeat with a slightly different melody. Then there's a B section, which is totally different with often totally different thoughts. And then there's a da capo, which means from the head. So it's basically literally Italian for take it from the top. And you essentially repeat the A and A1 sections. And there's all kinds of theories about how you should do this, because plain old repeating it is boring. there should be some kind of emotional shift or something. So this character is called Alcina. She's a sorceress. She's hundreds of years old, but she keeps herself looking young and hot and has many ways of entrapping men. She's kind of like a Homeric character. Sorry about the camera again. Try not to do that a lot. She's kind of like a Homeric character. If you've read the Odyssey, she's like Circe or Calypso. She's kind of a witch with her own magic island. Where we heard that before. Psst, the Tempest. But this is long before. This is like the pre-Prospero part of the Tempest. She has her own magical island and she seduces men, keeps them there, and kind of makes them do what she wants until she feels like discarding them. She's actually the POV character, but the opera is called Orlando Furioso, which means Orlando goes crazy, because that's the name of her arch nemesis, who is a knight from France on his way home from the Crusades. So, we already know he's a stand-up guy. And he's been given a mission to basically... That was a joke. That was sarcasm. He's been given a mission to basically kill her, take the ashes of Merlin from her, and basically set the island free. So I guess he's the young and stupid Prospero equivalent in this situation. And there's a girl involved, which complicates the plot, but it's not relevant to this scene. Orlando was a popular character in medieval literature already. So the story of Vivaldi adapted was already titled Orlando Furioso. It's like, taking Gregory Maguire's book and like titling it something other than Wicked. People wouldn't know what was going on. But Vivaldi did change the POV character to be the quote-unquote villain, which I guess makes Gregory Maguire a bad analogy because he had already done that. What Vivaldi did in his society at the time was very subversive. I won't hashtag spoiler alert this opera for you. Go see it if it's playing near you. It's probably Vivaldi's most popular opera today, although it was ahead of its time. It had to close early. It's kind of like in Back to the Future when he does that wicked guitar solo at the 1950s dance, and he goes, "Guess you're not ready for that yet. But your kids are gonna love it." But if it's not playing near you, there's, I think, 3 or 4 outstanding YouTube recordings of Opera House productions that are outstanding. Word retrieval, not my strong suit today, but they're outstanding. Most of them are not subtitled in English. One of them subtitled in French. Lucky you if you speak the French. I do. But you can always download the libretto and put it in Google Translate if you want to know what a particular song means. Looks like we're gonna discover things today. I dropped my highlighter again. At this point in the story, Alcina has just made another conquest. She has seduced this guy, Ruggiero, away from his wife, and this is the first time she actually fell in love with one of these guys. So these are new feelings for her. The song is called Amorose ai rai del sole, which roughly means, obviously it's Italian, it means in English, in love with the rays of the sun. And this is my rough translation of the lyrics. I do not speak Italian. I sing in it enough to fool myself that I do, but I do not. This is my translation of the French translation. It means the roses and violets are in love with the rays of the sun. But if he loves them too ardently, they'll languish. Even though my delight has a new feeling for me in his chest, he'll always faithfully love my beautiful fidelity. And that's a moment of self-discovery, just as I predicted. Because someone who seduces guys essentially for a living, how else was a woman going to rule an island in the 12th century, is now announcing that she's going to be faithful to a man she just met who is, not that Alcina cares, married to someone else. Oh, love is dangerous, but it's awesome. There's probably going to be some long ritornelli, which are basically instrumental breaks. They're beautiful, but they're going to be silent because of the headphones. If I had my headphones off, you'd hear the other singer too, which is a little distracting, especially since I'll be doing my own ornamentation. Try not to get too bored during the silences. Let's begin. And the end of the recitative means Ruggiero's mine. Ha 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 ha. Amorose del sole, sole rose viole, ed il sol coraggi ardenti, portalo languile fa, languile fa. Amorose ai del sole, sole rose viole, e il sol coraggi suoi, portano languile fa, languile fa, languile fa. Portallo languile fa, languile fa. Benché senta il mio diletto, nuovo fuoco dentro il petto, amerò sempre costanze la mia bella fedeltà, la mia bella fedeltà, la mia bella fedeltà. All right, I'll take these off to do the ornaments in a minute. Amorose ai del sole, sole rose sole, sono le rose, le viole, ed il sol coraggi suoi, porta languile fa. Almost got singer twisties there. Languile fa, porta languile fa. Languile fa. I had my headphones in and wasn't too closely listening to my voice for most of that. Hope I didn't sound too tired and warbly, but that was fun. I miss Baroque opera. Can't wait till law school chills out a little and I can do more of it. I hope, if that was a new art form for you, that it piqued your curiosity and you'll do some searching on YouTube. It can be quite the interesting rabbit hole, especially if you like things with meaningful rules you can break, like Shakespeare. Thanks for getting ready with me and indulging me as I participated in a new genre. Bye.